Hey everyone, welcome back to another session with OneClass. My name is Bassam. I'm an engineering graduate, and today we're going to be going through some math problems at the high school and preliminary university level. So let's get started over here. Okay, so the first question here is about conjugate math. So to describe what this is, essentially if we had x plus y, the conjugate of that would always just be flipping the sign, so x minus y. Similarly, we can take the example of imaginary numbers, so a plus bi. So this is the format of an imaginary coordinate. The conjugate of this is a minus bi. So one thing to note is whenever we have an imaginary root, we always have the conjugate. So conjugate math is useful in that scenario. Also, let's go through a simple example here. So let's say we had 5 over 7 minus square root 3. The question asked us to kind of simplify this down and remove the square root from the bottom, so remove it from the denominator. We would multiply this fraction by the conjugate form, which would be 7 plus square root 3. And then because we're multiplying the bottom by this value, we also would want to multiply the top so we don't change the original fraction. So we'll multiply the top as well by 7 plus root 3. So this is technically just 1 equal to 1. So we just multiplied the original fraction by 1, and this represents the conjugate of this. So we'll go through the math just to show you how this simplifies. So we have 5 times 7, which would give us, let me just erase this. So 5 times 7 will give us 35, and then we have plus 5 times square root 3. And then on the bottom here, we know that this right here is a difference of squares. So this is kind of in a similar format for the difference of squares. The difference of squares is a squared minus b squared is equal to a minus b times a plus b. So we'll use that here. So we know it will be 7 squared minus square root 3 squared. And then this will give us 35 plus 5, So 35 plus 5 square root 3. And we have 49 minus 3. So square root 3 squared is just 3. And then we end up with 35 plus 5 square root 3 over 46. And we've eliminated the square root in the denominator, and we've gotten the final form here. So that's just an example of where conjugate math is useful. So the answer here describes conjugate math correctly. So it gives the example x plus y and x minus y. Explanation is correct. All right, let's go to the next question.